Owning a home is the American dream. I love my job because I get to help people buy, sell, and improve that American dream. Follow me this week as we explore exciting new trends in Utah's real estate. So Marcus, the hurricane relief effort has been a huge success, but now we've had so many different tragedies going on. We need more of it, right?
Yeah, so we started with hurricane relief into Houston.
Yeah.
And we had great success. We were able to make a big shipment down there to attack poverty, and we loaded them up, and they were able to take all of the goods and distribute them out to people in need. But then you turn on the TV and there's another hurricane in Florida, and then there's the fires in Montana, and it just continues and continues. So we decided, why focus on one area? We travel all over the United States. We ship stuff into virtually every city in the United States. So we're just going to continue to do this with our on-site units at our partner sites, and then we can just take the goods that have been donated and put them on one of our shipment and drop them off on our way.
Okay, what kind of supplies are you looking for?
Well, they always like hygiene supplies, and then you've got the non-perishable foods, so any kind of canned goods. But remember that canned goods, they need to be able to be self-opening cans.
Okay.
Food is really important. Water, bottles of water, very important. And if you're going to provide clothes, the only clothing that we're allowed to drop off are clothing that's pre-packaged. And there is a need for socks and underwear, especially for the first responders and people who are working they call it mucking the houses or cleaning the houses. They're away from home, and so they don't have a lot of their supplies that they need.
So they need tools also,
tools,
don't they?
yeah, brooms and shovels, anything that you would think is necessary to clean out a house. So even some bleach products and other equipment like that would work to clean a house.
Okay, so if somebody wanted to come and donate some of these items, where would they go?
Well, the best place to look is up on our Facebook page at Zippy Shell Utah. It'll have a list of some of our partners. So we have it at some of our VASA partner locations, Ready Gunner locations, Berkshire Hathaway, and of course, Real Estate Essentials.
That's right.
So go there and you'll be up to date on the list and the locations to drop it off.
Okay, Clay, for this one, we're going to be heading down to Mapleton. And, of course, Mapleton is one of the crown jewels down in southern Utah County, right?
Yeah, just right there, just south of Springville. It's beautiful, it's secluded. It's kind of the place to be when you're down that South Utah County.
That's right, because they're all on larger acres down there.
Yes.
And it's not, some of the South County, you'll get into smaller acreage, inexpensive homes, but Mapleton is, I think they're all on like half acre.
Yeah.
And so this is what you get into is farmhouses like this.
It's fun to drive through Mapleton. There's just such beautiful country and area there, and you get these beautiful homes just like this one.
Yeah.
That are really unique and have a lot of character too.
And so this one was originally built in 1973, but as you can see, they have completely done an absolutely beautiful remodel.
Oh, they have. Yeah, you look at the cabinetry and the countertops, and they've really gone all out on this one.
And they've done a big extension on it, and the finishes and everything they did on this is the best of both worlds, because you've got animal rights on this property. So if you're having a couple of horses, you can have chickens, turkeys, whatever you want to do, and then you walk inside and you've got your new modern farmhouse, because that's kind of the style right now, right?
It is, and what family hasn't dreamed of that? Having some animals there on the property, and just look at that floor plan and the design, the architecture, and the ceiling is just incredible.
This was an addition. Former owner of this house was an artist, and they wanted that northern light to come in, and so they built this extension onto it, this beautiful room right here, and of course then they decked it out with all this really nice furnishings and stuff. And so I'm a really big fan of this house. I mean, this is one, and I think it's a tremendous value. They're only $114 a square foot.
And I love the wood tones they put throughout this, and just the wainscoting and some different things that they've done here that are just give it a lot of class and really make it eye-popping.
So this is when we first took this listing, one of the problems they had is they had remodeled the whole thing except for the master bath. And they didn't have a very big closet. And so as we went and looked at the house, I said, everything is amazing, but your master bath doesn't match the rest of the house. And so, and look at this. Here's a little deck off the master bedroom that he looks out over the valley.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, as it looks over the property,
Yeah,
you see
up
the
in those
animals out
mountains.
there and the mountains, yeah.
And so take a look at this. They just finished this beautiful remodel of this bathroom. And what we did is we took one of the bedrooms that was right next to it and turned that into a huge master closet.
Such a necessary thing in today's market, right? And
Yeah.
they just really did this right too.
Yeah, and so they did this beautiful remodel. It took us a couple weeks to get it done, but it was, the rest of the house was done. It was perfect and immaculate, and that's what it was missing, is just this one last piece. So now it's come back up on the market, and it's ready to go. This is going to be looking into some of the kids' bedrooms that are upstairs, which are so cute. Darling.
Yeah. Just some great design that they did there. Yep.
Yeah, this is going to be more of the bedroom. All those mature trees, which I gotta love mature trees.
You do.
Yeah.
It gives you some great shade. Just makes it, the overall market appeal and curb appeal is significantly improved with that mature landscaping.
And this is going to be down. This is going to be more of the remodel. It's going to be down in the basement here. As you can see, they've got a nice little family room. They've got another couple bedrooms down here.
Yeah, nice kitchenette. Yeah.
Really great stuff.
Uh-huh.
And so this one, like I said, it's only $114 a square foot. It's on almost an acre. It lays out really nice. The neighbors next to it have horses, so if you wanted to keep horses, you could possibly board them there on your house, or you could put it on yours. There's a really nice aerial view. Look at that beautiful landscaping.
That. Yeah.
It's got plenty of room. Even if you want to put horses back in the back corner back here, they'd fit in there great.
They would.
Yeah, and I'm a big fan. I, of course, have to be centrally located in the Salt Lake Valley, but this would be a house that would be fun to live in,
And everybody, the great thing about this is the community feel and the support that you get down here too, with just a lot of the great traditions that they have in this community and some of the outings they have, and there's a real strong community there in Mapleton and Springfield, and this fits right in with that whole property. What a great layout.
Yeah, look at all. I like to see their water running. Nothing better than that, right?
I know.
A little water in this.
Keeping everything green.
Beautiful little property. I love it. Okay, Clay, for this one, we're going up on the side of the mountain in Draper, which is, everybody knows where Draper is, right?
Well, I was just there mountain biking. Yeah. I love that area.
They have great mountain biking trails.
The best.
They really do.
Yeah.
Their infrastructure of their city, they've done a really good job. And now take a look at this one. It's right on the corner with a circular driveway. And this is a house, as you look at this one, this particular house was drawn and designed specifically around this lot.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here with this smile on my face as we're looking at this, Jay, because I love the way they've laid this property out.
If you're looking for a custom home that's up in Draper, right against the mountains, as you can see, you're right there. This is it. And as we go inside, you're going to see it really got a cool floor plan as you walk in. So you walk in, you see the circular stairways that kind of that walks around, that wraps around and goes up, and then they got French doors that go kind of into your entertaining area.
I love that design. I love that feature in a home when you have those French doors right inside like that. It just kind of opens it up and lets a ton of light move throughout the property.
And so they've got a kitchen in here, and one of the struggles with this particular house is the size of the kitchen, but we got a way where we're going to open up that kitchen. We've already got it figured in. We're going to make some changes to that kitchen and kind of make it expansive and kind of open it up. And it was
definitely
make
have
a
the room
big
to do
difference.
that.
Yeah, it's got plenty of room,
Yeah.
and it's got this really cool entertaining area. And we're going to make those changes to that kitchen and make it bigger. Because people want a really big kitchen, so we're going to move the way that island sits and kind of move it into the room.
I can
which
visualize
is gonna,
that.
Yeah, and kind of make it that bar so it goes more on an angle, so it opens it up, which would be great. Now the cool thing is, because this is up on the mountain and looking over the valley, those windows that you see right there, it's hard to get video of that, but it looks over the whole valley, and it's got a deck off the back that's just absolutely amazing. So even on the main floor, without even going upstairs, you've got this beautiful view off the back, the whole back of the house. And going upstairs, you can see they've got tons of just kind of living area. This is the master. Look at that view.
Oh yeah, doors and the windows and the little deck right there.
Isn't that something?
It is.
Yeah. a big, huge master bedroom, master closet is massive, master bath is. And they've got, one of the challenges on this house also is it still has white carpet, which, you know, that was popular a few years ago, but we've got planned and we're gonna put in new carpet through the whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're kind of waiting. Our thought is, do we put the carpet in or do we wait for the buyer to come in and pick out the carpet?
Choose the carpet, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so we've been kind of holding off on it a little bit, but it'll make a big difference because, you know, carpet, white it's so hard to keep that white.
It's so pretty, right? Yeah, it's so pretty, but yeah, I can say it's hard to keep it that white like you want to.
Yeah, so we got to figure it out. We've been going back and forth whether we change it out now or whether we wait, but I'm holding out, trying to hope to see the buyer comes in and they want to make it the color and style that they want.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Which would be ideal. And there we are. So this is going to be an office with right on the main floor that steps right out onto this beautiful deck. Now think this is the main floor right here. That's the upstairs. Okay, this is down again, a walkout basement, which is so nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to have that, right?
They did it right too. You know, nice decking, nice materials that were used on that in the process, and great backyard.
Yeah. And so this one, really good property, and we can make some subtle changes to it and just make it amazing.
We were looking for a new home. Some were too big, some were too small, some were just wrong. Then, wow, we were in our dream home.
Then the hard part started. All this paperwork.
Luckily, we had Steve, a loan officer from Castle & Cook Mortgage, on our side. Even though he's done this 1,000 times, he knew we hadn't. He took care of everything, and fast, so we could focus on the things that really matter, like enjoying our new home. Castle & Cook Mortgage, the key to your castle.
Most people aren't insurance experts. Shoot, most of the time they don't know what coverage they have or even who their agent is. It's okay. It's not your job to be an insurance nerd. It's mine. I even have the glasses and sweater vest. As your personal insurance nerd, my staff of nerds and I are excited and eager to get nerdy about your insurance. Your coverage is important and so is the price. We understand that. Let us get nerdy about the details. If you're looking for the cheapest price from some online company regardless of coverage, you've got the wrong nerd. Now, if you're looking for a personal relationship with a local insurance nerd who cares about covering you and your family and that your cat's name's Fluffy, I'm your nerd. Give us a call or shoot us an email. If we don't answer right away, it's because we're deep in the nerdiness with another client. Don't worry, we'll get right back to you. We always do. Kai Tanner, Farm Bureau Insurance.
What's the worst part about selling your house and moving to St. George? The move. So now anyone who works with Jay on buying a house in St. George gets a complimentary moving package from Zippy Shell, Utah.
And be sure to tune into Real Estate Essentials every Sunday afternoon at 4:30, only on ABC4, good for Utah. So Clay, there's a bunch of myths out there when it comes to credit. Like when you pay off, you should pay off your credit card. You shouldn't pay off your credit card. What's the situation?
Great question. You know, the thing is with folks, a lot of them get bad information because they're talking to parents or family members, and what they're telling them, which is bad information, a lot of times is pay those off and then close them.
Yeah.
Now, paying them off can be a really good thing because it widens the spread between your balance to high credit ratio. When they're analyzing your credit score, they say how much credit do they have available and how much did they use?
Yeah.
Well, the broader that span is, the better that looks. You want to have some activity there, but you don't want that to get too high. The challenge when they pay that off is all of a sudden now they've really narrowed that span, and in many cases they've dramatically reduced their credit score by closing those accounts after.
So even though they've paid it all off, they look great, and then they close it, and then it defeats the whole purpose.
That's right, yes. And you know, one of the things that we tell folks too is you gotta be a little bit careful when you're paying them off, because one of the things we're looking at is assets, down payment, reserves, when it comes time. We wanna make sure that when we're paying those off, we're doing it a little bit in advance so it doesn't come up at the end. Otherwise they say, hey, where did those funds come from that you paid that off with? And you get into that. Now that's not horrible if the funds are there and easily verifiable. It's just timing that just right. We really like to help people on the timing of that to make sure they get it right.
Yeah, and there's all these little intricacies, which is great. This is why they need to call you and find these things out, or else you can really mess yourself up.
Absolutely.
Clay, for this one, we're going to be going to Hobbs Reservoir. And if people know, Hobbs Reservoir is a really, really popular area where people go to get their pictures and stuff, because it's this beautiful, just wooded area. And it's really popular. And this is take a look at this property as you come down your drive.
Wow.
And they've got all these beautiful trees that just line it as you come in and look at the side. This is a big home.
It is a big home, and like you said, all that mature landscaping really just frames this home beautifully.
Yeah, and the mountains in this area are all completely just full of trees, and it's just heavily wooded, which is so nice. And as you can see, that wood, it is pulled right into this house really close. And now you've got a really nice, super clean house with mature trees all the way around, just the way it should be.
It is, yeah. Great little driveway and approach to this property as we're looking at it. Look at that right there. There it is, yeah.
And those trees were specially designed and brought in, and so they will create this kind of area.
Umbrella.
Umbrella, perfect.
Yeah.
But it doesn't upset the driveway as you come in. And as you take a look at that, look at this. This is going to be a Brazilian cherry wood that's in that.
Oh, wow.
All imported and all designed. That's all built in. And look at the colors. Isn't that spectacular?
I love homes where the people love and appreciate the details.
Yes.
And this is one of those where you can just tell they've really done that throughout this. And already we're just seeing it in all the little finishes and details of this home. They've really gone the extra mile on this one.
Yeah, these are home enthusiasts, home lovers, you know. And this one was a Parade of Homes winner back in, I think it was 2001. And you can see by this kitchen.
That's huge. I mean, for people who've been to the Parade of Homes, for it to be the winner, I mean, that's a really big deal.
Yeah, they did a lot of cool things. You'll notice they thought about a lot of stuff where they can put their canned goods and bring them in from the back, so they always have the freshest ones right to the front.
Yes, yeah.
And here we're walking into the master, which is right on the main floor, that's got this deck that walks out to it. And one of the cool things about this, a lot of these furnishings, they might be interested in leaving with the right price. They might just leave this bed if you like that.
I mean, you look at that, that's like something you see in a movie. You know, I mean, that is so perfectly laid out and done right there in that room. It's just a gorgeous master there.
Yeah, lots of windows, lots of natural in this light, as you can see in this house. And it's got one of the best closets you've ever run across. This closet is like that dream.
Oh, this is what you were telling me about.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go into the closet and you just get here, we're going into it, and this is what you get. I mean, this is one where it's all built in. You got your place to sit, you know, and everything's put away, so you don't even see any clothes in there.
The lights, the natural lighting right there.
So nice. Now this is looking out from over the kitchen. If you're looking into the main room right here, this is what it looks like. And lots of windows and beams that go across, and there's the deck that goes right out in front. So you got all these beautiful views that are, you know, tucked in there. You got the see-through on the fireplace.
Yeah, that is. I mean, like I said, again, as you go through this, that see-through on the fireplace, that's such a fun thing to have.
Yeah.
And then, this is just, I'm liking this.
So now we're going to be going upstairs. So on this house, we're going to be looking at 8370 square feet. It's got 6 bedrooms, 5 full, and 1 half bath. That's on 1.32 acres. It was built in 2001, like we said, as a Parade of Homes. As you can see, each one of the bathrooms has storage built into it. Each one of the bedrooms has a walk-in closet. It has to have that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't have a bedroom without a walk-in closet. This is a little den area that's kind of opened up there. And they've got this really cool home theater we're going to be seeing. They did some really creative murals on the wall. Take a look at this.
Yeah.
007. They did a really good job with
these. They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really well done. They are great artists to depict that right there.
So as you're going upstairs here, we're going into the home theater room. And isn't this cool?
It is.
Yeah, and so with the right price, with the right offer, they'll leave a lot of these things in here. So you're going to get that, all those chairs that sit in there, and maybe even some of those sound equipment. Depends on how we go. Yeah. Now we're going to be going down to the lower area, and this was designed so right off of out of the garage, you go downstairs. So you didn't go into the house, you go right out of the garage, right downstairs into the, not even the lowest area, but I would say a lower area.
Yeah.
And it's designed to be almost like a vacation spot. So if your kids come back and they don't want to feel like they're, having to live in the lower area or whatever, take a look at what they're going to be getting. This bedroom right here, right into your Euro shower. It looks right in there. Take a look at how beautiful this is.
It's beautiful. I mean, what a great place to stay in, and offers all of its own privacy.
I want to go stay.
I know. You have your own seclusion.
Look at these
your own
floors.
little headquarters.
Now, these are tropical floors right in there, and they're floating, and so they're super soft. This is the gym. right in here, and they also, right off of the gym, they've also got a basketball room over there, and that has 19-foot ceiling. So even the lowest area, you're still 19 feet high, which is crazy. Now into the backyard, you gotta have a pool, right?
Oh yeah, look at that slide coming down right there and the rock work around it.
Yeah, and from all the way up on the top there, if you go up to the top of the waterfall, that's where your hot tub is. And so up from that plateau, you can be looking down into all of the lower areas, and just look at the roof line, just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
This is this special little home right there in Hobbs Canyon, which is great.
Well, we've been thinking about it, and we're just not sure.
I understand.
We've never sold a house before.
I'll walk you guys through every step.
So if we sell, do you think we can swing it?
Well, I have the numbers right here, and based on the comps that I found, the timing is perfect. There are a lot of buyers for a house like yours.
It's good to know.
I'm so excited.
So Clay, for this one, we're going to be heading up to Daniel Summit, which is one of the premier locations, right? If you want to go snowmobiling, right?
Yeah, there's so much activity up there to do as far as,
And if you want to go fishing,
Strawberry is just right down the road. And
And so we're going to be looking, this is going to be, well, they consider it Daniel Summit. It's right up at the top, and right across the road there, you can rent snowmobiles and go right around. You can rent four-wheelers, and it's a year-round type of destination. And this particular property is a massive cabin. I mean,
you can tell that, looking at that,
I mean, they put a lot into this property, and it's right there by all the national parks. I mean, and so you're actually own part of it. They're on just about an acre of land, as you can see, and there's the road going right up there to Strawberry, and right across, that's where you rent all your snowmobiles and everything. That's like a year-round
I've
business.
done that.
Yeah.
I've ridden my four-wheelers on those trails. I've ridden snowmobiles in the wintertime, and it's just amazing country in there.
Yeah, and so what if you had yourself a massive cabin right across the street, and we're going to go right under here. And so we're going to be looking on this one at $1.8 million, but it's 9,106 square feet. It's got 7 bedrooms. It's got 5 full and 2 3/4 baths. That's a lot.
Wow, this property just has so much opportunity with it, Jay. It really does.
It's got an 8-car garage.
Yeah.
And so this is a unique property, and they can, as you can tell, they've really put a lot into it, and it's perfect. I mean, a log cabin. Do you know how much it costs to build one of these?
What a great family reunion or gathering place, you know. I mean, there's so much room, and what a perfect location. It really is.
And they even did all the banisters and everything right there in wood, and so you just kind of matched everything. The way that they did the ceiling, you know, the chandelier and everything. The kitchen just lays out. I mean, if you wanted to have a log cabin, they are really, really expensive to build. The amount of wood that it takes to build wood's very, very expensive, and then the labor to be able to do it and to be able to get something like this. So you're going to be looking at about $197 a square foot. But this is, man, I mean, you could do a lot with this property.
Well, it's so perfectly conforming for this area, and as you go through this from room to room, they just kept the flow and the feel very consistent, very appropriate for this type of a property and the location it's at.
Yeah, and so obviously they're right there by Daniel Summit, so Uinta National Forest. They've done a lot of they've got a 70-foot swing outside. Again, they've got an 8-car garage. The basement's 93% finished. It's on just under an acre, and this one, you know, obviously it's not going to appeal to everybody, because I don't know, you know, would this be a second home? It could be a first, it could be a second home. Right?
It could be either way, but there's just, like I said, so much opportunity, and the acreage is perfect. You don't have too much to maintain, but yet you're right in the middle of everything that you want to do outdoors. You have a lot of public access all the way around there on different things that you can do from outdoor activities, and so it's really an ideal property that you could use a number of different ways, in all honesty.
Yeah, and so, and you can see the way they finished it out. They used a lot of top-end finishes, really nice. And I really like to fish up there. I used to pull my motor home, my boat up that hill there, and go fishing on Strawberry. It was great times.
There's not a better trolling place in this state. I'm convinced. If you love to do some troll fishing with your boat, there's just not a better place.
Yeah, they've got a place right near there where the salmon, the kokanee salmon, come up in the fall, like October time. And it looks like here in Alaska because they get that hunchback, that orange look, and they're just coming up and that's right there. And one of the unique things about Strawberry, what's made it this really great place, basically it's a year-round resort because you got great fishing, then you got ice fishing, then you got your snowmobiling, you got your four-wheeling, you got your mountain biking, you got everything right here. But Strawberry Unique, what they've done is when the fish go up to spawn, what they do is they catch the fish and they take all the eggs out of them, and then they hatch them, and they keep them separate of each other, and that's why, and then they slowly release them as they get big enough, so they make sure there aren't any big fish in there, so they just make sure they're all the same size in each of the different bins, and so once they get big enough, then they release them back out into there, so they're natural, it's a fishery, and so they're the most beautiful fish that are out there.
And the best tasting. They're seriously the best tasting.
Because that water is cold.
It's cold, and it's amazing. Every time I catch fish out of there, I look forward to eating those later on. And I just love all the attention to detail they put into this property. When we're looking at all the timber works and the roof and the ceiling, the stairs, the banister, everything about it. And look at this, even the accent right down here in the basement. Just really classic.
That's the home theater right there that you can see through the doors there. And this is kind of a massive just opening. This is inside the home theater.
Got the elevated floor right there.
Again, tons of wood. I mean, even in the basement, they didn't spare any expense. Even the doors are all wood. I mean, like the cost of replacement on this house would probably be close to double this cost.
Yeah.
It really would.
Yeah.
Because you're going to make a log cabin, you're going to spend a lot of money.
Well, you know me, Jay. I love the outdoors. To me, this is like my dream property as we're looking at this.
Well, I can sell it to you. I know somebody.
I know. This is amazing. It really is.
And there's your big garage, and then just another view. And then you could be up there and watch those aspens turn as it turns to fall.
Yeah.
Protecting your home means protecting your single largest financial investment. That's why when you buy a home, you buy owner's title insurance to protect your home ownership. Purchasing owner's title insurance will ensure your home ownership rights are protected against unexpected claims such as liens, a forged deed, encroachments, and other situations covered by the policy. For a one-time fee paid at closing, coverage lasts for as long as you own your home. Who can you count on for that protection? Since 1953, North American Title has built a strong reputation for personal service and financial strength. Our associates work with you, your lender, and your real estate agent to make sure you close on schedule. And we issue the title insurance that'll be there to protect your home ownership through the years. Call North American Title at 801-566-3066 or go to www.nat.com/Utah Protect to learn how to order owner's title insurance for your new home.